it can be a challenge to take on a healthy lifestyle, but it is the way to go to live a longer and happier life. But as we embody the health is wealth mantra, we first need to know how to make informed and empowering choices about our nutrition. Now, to tell us more, joining us live is Farmz Asia food and nutrition educator, CEO, and co-founder Mark Leong. Good morning, Mark.
Thank you, Paulo.
Such a pleasure to have you, Mark. Mark, take us back to what inspired you or got you interested in pursuing nutrition and food education as an advocacy. You obviously practice what you preach.
There are two reasons that got me into the path that I'm on right now. And I want to share with you the first one, which is a story of this man that worked his entire life very hard trying to provide for the family.
Yeah.
Then when his time come for retirement, he spent all his savings on his medical treatment for his cancer.
Yeah.
And that man that I was talking about is my father.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So I saw how my father suffered, in his final milestone of his prime. I told myself that I don't think that is the life that I wanted. And I don't think that is what most people work our whole lives for. That's where the money should be, and that's where life should end.
Right.
So that was the first reason of why I pursued nutrition. And secondly was that during that path of trying to find a cure for my father's cancer, we were sold a lot of food that was told that it is healthy.
Right.
And what got me really frustrated was that how could my father be eating something that is healthy, but his condition further worsens?
Right.
And then eventually I realized that not everything that has been marketed to be healthy is healthy. And as we dig deeper inside, we found out that what is important is not about healthy food, is the food safe?
Okay.
And how do we look at ingredients from that angle? So that's what got me started.
Okay, but does one size fit all in the sense that what is good for your body would be good for my body? Do
Right.
I need to sort of, tailor what I'm ingesting and looking at what my particular needs are, which may be different from yours? Is that a fair approach?
That is absolutely fair. And I think that is why most people think that, okay, being healthy means eat more veg, eat more fruits, eat certain type of meat. But all of us have different form of needs. There's where, we come in and help our clients and patients to understand exactly, right, what is the nutrient deficiency that your body is lacking.
Okay. And that should, I assume, be the approach. Singapore is known as a leader in health and wellness technologies, best in medicine. Many people seek medical treatment out there. But I think, one important lesson that you're trying to impart here is food is medicine. Food is the best way to heal the body in that sense. Do you agree?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think we now are living in a world that we are not short of food. What we are is short of real food. And, people are eating more highly processed food than going back to basics. And what finds it very amusing is that we care so much about having different supplements, right?
Sure.
I want to have these vitamins, these minerals, like 10 pills a day.
Yeah.
But we forget that why can't we have at least 5 different colors of fruits and vegetables a day? And that is the easiest way to start going back to basic. If someone says, Dr. Mark, how do I know if I'm having the right nutrition? Well, you don't have to overcomplicate things. Make sure that you have 5 colors. It's not just about eating more fruits or veg of one kind, but having a combination of 5 for the phytonutrients.
Right. Keep your plate colorful has always been, something that people have suggested you do. Now, what diet do you recommend to prevent chronic diseases like diabetes, cancers, of course, which you have a particular focus on, heart disease? These are all lifestyle diseases, and we call them lifestyle diseases because I guess to a certain extent, there is some genetics involved. But as I understand it or appreciate these problems, a lot of it really comes down to the choices that we make and the poor choices that we make.
Absolutely. So that's a great question, in fact. It comes down to not just one single point in terms of diet, but if today I will talk about diet, mainly is clean water. Right? Water is really important. A lot of people are still drinking water from plastic bottles. It's bad, no matter how healthy you eat, right? Second, in terms of diet, is that how can we reduce our meat intake to 20% a day?
Okay.
Right? So one thing I see is that the diet here, a lot of people are consuming more and more meat. So they are having 20% of their veg and 80% of the meat. So we should switch that around.
Okay. Okay, there are changing trends though. I mean, there's always some new fad diets, some new discovery for you to be lean and fit, and at least look lean and fit. What do you think of the changing fads when it comes to approaches to nutrition?
I think diets come and go,
Yep.
right? Some diets work, some don't, but most of them are for a very short term. I look at health is not a destination, it's a journey.
Right, yeah.
So, again, it's coming down to the individuals, right? What are the goals that you want? I mean, if you say, oh, I want to lose weight in 10 days,
Yeah.
you can jump on a diet and boom, you're going to lose weight, lose water weight. But the key
keep
thing
it
is
off.
that how do we sustain? Because
Yeah.
most people, they lose it during that period of time and they regain it back again. It's like, you know, you bring down your cholesterol goes up again. So I think what is critical here is that how could we continue sustaining those, you know, lifestyle diets and eating the same thing for years. Of course, you know, for me is that the rule here for me is I could enjoy my meal out of 3 meals a day, 1 meal that I'm very happy where I let loose.
Okay.
But the 2 remaining meals of the day, I'm going to keep to a strict routine diet.
Right. I mean, and also, I suppose you need to take care of your overall state of well-being. I mean, obviously, you don't want to be in a state of deprivation. You want to be satiated, satisfied.
Absolutely.
Achieve a healthy balance. It can be complicated. You know, it's simple, but it can be complicated to eat well. Luckily, you're making it easy for us by, you know, writing books, putting the information out there. Let's talk about the books that you've brought here today.
Sure, thank you. So this first book of mine called From Flabby to Fit in 23 Days.
Okay.
This book actually captures my entire journey and also the patients that we have supported over the years to help them reduce fatty liver, right? Reduce cholesterol, and in fact, bring back balance to the body, focusing mainly on the liver.
Okay.
So what we found was that through my research, many of us are not having sufficient amount of vegetables, right? And enough colors.
Yeah.
So it's difficult even for me personally to eat a lot of vegetable servings in a day.
Yeah.
So the easiest way for me to do it is by juicing it.
Yeah.
But not jumping into fruit juices like orange juice, apple juice, but mainly 80-20 rule, 80% greens, 20% fruit. So this book of mine here contains the remedies that has been tested and proven scientifically. Now, this amazing second book here that is available now in the
Cheap,
Philippines.
Fast and fake. That's catchy. That's,
Yes.
that's a title that makes me want to pick up the book and have a look inside.
I'm going to give you this book, right? So, yeah, I mean, none of us want to be cheap, you know, and fake.
Yeah.
But we are consuming too much of those food that are fake and cheap
Yep.
and fast, right? How could you balance life when, on the other hand, we say that we want to have quality of life, but here we are consuming cheap food?
Sure.
But I think what this book comprises of, which is really, really important, is that how do we help consumers, right? Cancer patients especially, to identify food that is being considered healthy, but actually exposing them that they are not as healthy as been promoted.
Right. Okay, I think the key here, the key takeaway really is to take that first step, to want to actually improve your health and find the pathway to that. You can obviously eat well, get enough sleep, find enough balance and color in your plate, but most importantly, make it easy for yourselves by reading the book that Dr. Mark has written out there. Thank you so much. Obviously, there's so much more to talk about, and we look forward to chatting with you again, Dr. Mark. Thank you so much. Real pleasure.